Welcome to another episode of Plant-Based Dads. I'm Joey. All right, so today we have something different. We're not going to cook for you. We're not going to give you any insider recipe tricks. No tips on how to be a better vegan. I'm going to show you what I went through, or what Tim and I went through, for our latest kitchen remodel. We bought this place and closed on it in September, and the moment we closed, I started working on the kitchen. I ripped it apart and rebuilt it from scratch. If you ever wanted to know what goes into building your own kitchen, assembling the cabinets with screws and wood all the way through, hanging them on the walls, then watch this. So as you can see, the kitchen remodel is complete. This kitchen was made specifically for me. I built it, I assembled all the cabinets, I hung them all on the wall, I put the flooring in, I figured out where the cabinets were going to go based on what needed to go in each area. All of the drawers were designed by me or Tim. So this is a custom kitchen built around my needs. Yes, it's an Ikea kitchen, but I use what they offer to build what I need. Right? One of the things I want to talk about is the microwave. I have this thing with the microwave. I don't want anything on my counter. I'm a real estate agent. I just want to see kitchen real estate. So I don't want the microwave on the counter. I also don't want it above the stove. I don't want to be cooking and looking at the microwave, right? So, this kitchen wasn't really big enough to have cabinetry on the side where I would have it built in. So the only option really for me was the island, and that's where I put it. At first I thought, well, it's going to get annoying bending down to use it all the time, but actually it hasn't. I just kind of open it up, right? Pop in what I need, bop, 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 and off it goes, right? So I've really come to love having the microwave in the island. It's one of my favorite things about the kitchen. The next important thing that we did is we've always had a 30-inch sink. In this house, when I originally designed all of the cabinetry based on the space that was here, I had a 30-inch sink. And then Tim insisted on a 36-inch sink. And I'm like, we do not need a 36-inch sink. Why do we need something that big? But I gave in and we got it, and it was the best decision we ever made. So I can't go back to getting a 30-inch sink anymore. This is a lot of extra space, and it's really deep, as you can see here. And it's always full. We make so much food on Sunday. We prepare food throughout the week. We don't eat out on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, or Sunday. So there's always a lot of food being prepped and a lot of, dishes going in there and pots and all that. So do yourself a favor, get the bigger sink. Seriously, you'll appreciate it. All right, so next is the island. The island is much bigger than it was before, right? Before there was a single row of cabinets here, right? When I saw that, it just wasn't big enough. What was I going to do with that? I needed much more space. Now, by making this bigger, I had to encroach on the other side, but there's nothing there other than walls. So to me, that's fine taking up that space. And I'll show you how much space is actually there. It's actually like 36 inches. It's plenty of space. So not only do I have the one row of cabinets that was here before, I actually put a row of upper cabinets, 15-inch cabinets, on the other side, and then countertopped over the whole thing. So I went from having 25 inches of countertop to another 15, so 40, plus another 8 of overhang for the chairs. So the island's about 48 inches wide, 4 feet wide. That's a decent sized island. This is not a big space, and I was able to get a decent sized island, all because I redid the floor plan and made this work for me. So the builder had one idea of how this kitchen should be set up. My idea was completely different and much better. All right, so you can see over here, I don't have any upper cabinets. The thing with the kitchen is the cabinets start down there and run all the way around and then come back up here. And my front door is over there. So when I walk in, I don't really want to see the sides of upper cabinets and all of this looking like, the wall comes out. So I wanted this to be open. I had to give up some cabinet space for storage, but it was worth it. I just wanted a few things up here, and I wanted to be able to still see the wall to give me the illusion of space all the way to this wall, right? I feel like that was a big part of the kitchen, and that really worked for me. All right, so this backsplash, we found a Floor & Decor, and I absolutely loved it. I imagined what it would look like in our kitchen in my head, and I was like, this is our backsplash. At first, Tim was like, no, there's too much green in it. I'm like, there's not. There's a lot of white in the kitchen, and the reason there's a lot of white is because I like the kitchen to be bright. I like it to look clean. If there's one piece of something on the counter with white, I'm going to see it. I'm going to get to it, right? I live with 2 other people. There's constantly stuff on the counter. So I wanted everything to be white, but I wanted the backsplash to stand out, right? And, we're big mid-century modern enthusiasts, even though this is not a mid-century modern home. That's still our style. So I felt like this green was very kind of mid-century. So I absolutely loved it. We did see a inspiration kitchen online that had gold here. I don't know that the gold trend's going to continue or end at some time, so I just wanted something that was going to stick around for a while. So the Backsplash was put in by a guy I found on Craigslist named Chris. He did an amazing job. I absolutely love the Backsplash. It's beautiful. All right, guys, so as far as the cooking area, it was important to me to have a slide-in range. I knew I was going to have a decent backsplash, so I didn't really want to have something sticking up back here covering all that, right? I just wanted that space to be open. So I knew that this was it. Unfortunately, when we bought this house, gas is not in this house. It's also not in this neighborhood. And I called the gas company. They wanted $16,000 to run a gas pipe from not even 100 feet away into my neighborhood. So I very quickly made the decision that we were going to stick with electric. So we went with an electric slide-in. The whole appliance set is the GE Cafe series, which I really like. I also went with a hood up here. I like this hood because it kind of has a professional look, right? But at the same time, it kind of finishes this whole area off. Like I said, I did not want a microwave above this, but I really still needed it to have cabinets around it. So this was kind of a good option for me. I put this in. It's a monster. But I got it all put in, and there was a microwave here before, so there was no venting. So I vented that outside to the side of the house. I ran the ductwork and did all that stuff, all within my skills, capability of actually. I come from a family of contractors, even though I don't like to get dirty myself, but I still can, and I'm somewhat handy. So the cooking area, a big deal for me. The upper cabinetry, I went with a corner cabinet first, right? Just so I could have the whole use of all of this corner space. And then I worked from there to make everything fit. As I started going this way, I realized I couldn't go any further than this without encroaching on the window space over here. And then as I started going this way, I had to make sure this was lined up, right, with the center of the stove. So, there was a little over 12 inches. That's why there's a 12-inch cabinet here. So I had to plan all of that ahead of time. I didn't know where the window was, so the sink would wind up under the window. I didn't know where the cooktop was going, so this would wind up on top of the cooktop, and then that would tell me how much space I have left. All right, guys, so an interesting thing about this kitchen, along this wall, where the bathroom is on the other side, we wind up with this little pocket of space, right? The builder had a 36-inch cabinet here, one 36-inch cabinet here before. We decided this was going to be our beverage station. This is where our Vitamix was going to go. This is where the Berkey water was going to go. Inside these drawers, I'll pull them out in a minute. You'll see all our teas and all that stuff. So everything to do with smoothies and teas and anything like that. Bottles, reusable bottles of the Hydro flask and all that. They're all in here, right? All of our glasses are up here, our drinking glasses, water glasses, wine glasses. We don't drink wine, but we have a lot of wine glasses in case people visit. All that stuff's here, right? So that's off the counter from when you walk in and see the kitchen. You really have to be in the kitchen looking over here to see this beverage station. This was planned specifically for the Berkey water. If you notice, there's no second cabinet here, right? But the Berkey water filter has to sit on the counter, so I specifically put only one cabinet here, so this could sit right here and not like on my island or something, because I don't want anything on the island, right? So that was a big plan part for me. All right, so you can see the pendant lighting above me. Pendant lighting is important because it's task lighting. It shines areas where you're going to work or eat or whatever. The thing with pendant lighting is I'm not cleaning glass. I'm not getting up there and dusting and any of that nonsense, right? I don't mind taking like a Swiffer duster and going and get that stuff off there, or even the vacuum thing, but I'm not cleaning glass up there. So many pendants are made of glass. So I just wanted something boxy, right, that was open all around and that you just had the bulb in. I really wanted some Edison bulbs, but these bulbs I have here are controllable with, I don't want to say her name because she'll start listening to me, but you know who I'm talking about, right? Alexa. They're all controllable with her. So everything in this kitchen goes on and off with her name. So I didn't have a choice with those with Edison bulbs. I kind of had to get this. So task lighting, glassless, I absolutely recommend it. There's nothing to clean, guys. That's what you want to get. All right, guys, so as far as under cabinet lighting, I'm not living without under cabinet lighting. I don't know if you saw some of the videos from when we were at the old place, the condo. The townhome that we rented, there was no under cabinet lighting in there. That place was like a cave. It was so dark. Untitled lighting is so important to me because I cook all the time, and a lot of times it's at night. All I did was get some LED pucks from Ikea and ran them all around, including into the laundry room, which I'm going to show you in a minute. And that just takes care of everything. They're all on one switch, right? I had to drill through the wall and run wires through the wall to get them all connected, and then patch up the wall, so I did all that. But I wanted one switch to turn them all on. And again, they're all voice controlled with you-know-who. All right, guys, so this is my laundry room. Now, it's so close to the kitchen, right, that I wanted to use this space as part of the kitchen. So what I did was I took the kitchen cabinet plan and just ran it right into the laundry room. So it's the same cabinets all the way through. So when I have the laundry room door open and I have the counter cleared like this could be part of my serving space if I'm hosting a party, or, you know, like the toaster oven. You know, I hate anything on the counter, right? Well, where does the toaster oven go? We use this a lot because I don't always want to turn the oven on. It's Arizona. When it's 115 degrees, I don't want to turn the oven on, right? So the toaster oven is perfect for that. I got an under cabinet toaster oven, and it's off the counter, right? And also, I don't have to look at it. It's not in my kitchen. I can close this laundry room door, and I'm done with it, right? And then I've got all this storage up here, right? I've got this pantry cabinet right here. As you can see, I'm able to use this space here for all my dry goods, all my jarred seeds and nuts and beans and all that stuff. I mean, I absolutely love this space. So if your laundry room is this close to your kitchen, you can actually almost use it like a butler's pantry. It just kind of flows right in. Think about that. All right, guys, so everything in the kitchen is controlled by this iPad over here. All of the lights are on you-know-who, Alexa. I don't want to say her name. I could also control it by touch right here. The thermostat is controlled electronically by our iPad also. The alarm system, everything that we have in the house is controlled by this kitchen iPad right here. And it is nice actually having an iPad in the kitchen, because if I want to look up recipes or something really fast, or if I need to know how long to cook a sweet potato for in the air fryer, then I just look it up right here and find out, and I basically have a computer in the kitchen, you know, that's this big. So something we have to have, you know, regardless of whether I want it or not. It really is a necessity. All right, guys, so that's our kitchen tour. What do you think? A lot of work went into it. I absolutely love it. I hope you do too. Leave a comment below. Let me know if you've redone your kitchen, and do you have an IKEA kitchen? What kind of kitchen do you have? Did you do it yourself? I've got quite a few tips if you have any questions. Hit the like button. Don't forget to subscribe. We'll see you next time. Bye-bye.